Hi everyone, welcome back. So in today's video, I am doing a crock pot recipe that I found on Pinterest. I'll leave a link down below for you guys. It was really good and it's just a slow cooker pulled pork. I cooked it in my crock pot basically all day and it was really yummy. The first day, which you guys will see, we made it into sandwiches. And then the second day, I made it into tacos with some salsa on top. Oh my gosh, it was so good and everybody loved it, including my toddler. So what you'll need is some pork butt. I got this at my grocery store a while back and I've just had it in my freezer. I actually cut it in half, so this is the half of the other one. And you need some sea salt, garlic powder, onion flakes, which I didn't have, chili powder, black pepper, cumin, which I also didn't have, ground cloves, which I did not have, and cayenne pepper. I basically added all of that stuff and then made it into a rub and then just rubbed it all over the roast. So it's super simple. After you make the rub, like I said, you just rub it all over the roast. Make sure it's fully covered, and that's basically what I did. My roast was actually still frozen, but in those 8 hours, it fully cooked and it was so good. And then you're gonna put it in the crock pot for about 8 hours on low or 6 hours on high. I put the crock pot on like at 9 or 10 in the morning, so we'd have it ready for dinner time. We usually have dinner at 5, so it was nice to have that there and not have to really worry about dinner. So now it's before dinner and I'm just cleaning up in the kitchen a little bit. My husband's on the side telling me a story and he's like making fun of himself and I'm making fun of himself too. And I'm just getting his lunch ready for the next day. I like to have everything prepared and I'm making it really simple for myself this day. I'm just making him a peanut butter sandwich and I had some leftover food in the fridge for him to take the next day, so I really didn't have to make him lunch. I just made him some breakfast and packed him a couple of snacks. I got this baking sheet from Aldi the last time I was there and so far I am loving it. Basically, you use this sheet instead of using any kind of cooking spray or anything like that so it doesn't stick. And it was so easy to use and it was so simple to just wash it and I loved it. I'm definitely going to be using this all the time. So as our side for our dinner today, I'm roasting some potatoes. So I'm just cutting all of the potatoes in little cubes. So to the potatoes, I'm adding olive oil and then I'm also adding this no salt seasoning that I bought at Costco. It was good, but I mean, it's no salt, so it wasn't very salty at all. I felt like I needed to add my own salt. And then I'm just adding all of that to the potatoes and mixing them around. Like I said, that sheet at the bottom with the red banner around, I got it at Aldi. It was maybe like $5 and I am loving it. It was so nice and so easy, so simple to use. It's like a silicone tray. It's like a silicone mat and basically you just put it on your cooking tray to cook your food and you don't have to use any kind of cooking spray. I have heard that cooking spray isn't that healthy, so it's nice that, you know, I have this mat and I don't have to worry about using cooking spray. Now I just need to get more mats. And Aldi had this one, which is the big size, and then they also had a smaller one for a smaller pan. So I'm putting my potatoes in the oven. They probably cooked for about 30 minutes or so. And then I'm moving on to the roast and I'm just shredding all of the meat, and then I'm going to put it back in the crock pot. So the potatoes are done, and to toast up this bread, I just cut it in half and threw it in the oven for a little bit. I put it in the oven under broil for maybe like 5 minutes or so, just so it could get nice and toasty. And I put the shredded meat on there and then some cheese, and then I'm putting it back in the oven so the cheese could melt, and it was so good. It was perfect. I think I put them in there maybe like an extra 5 minutes or so. I had already turned off the oven, so it was just kind of like the heat that was already in the oven. And then the potatoes were perfect. I think I cooked them for maybe like 30 or 25 minutes or so, and they were perfect. So the sandwiches came out so good. The potatoes were also good, but they definitely needed a little bit of salt. My husband actually really enjoyed this meal, and he is so picky. Like I said earlier, we made this day, and then the next day we had it with tacos, and we put some salsa on top and pico de gallo. It was so good. I love it. So it's after dinner now, and I'm just putting all of the leftover food in containers so that we can have it for leftovers the next day. I didn't show a clip of washing my dishes, but I already washed all my dishes. And in the sink, I like to put this Mrs. Meyer's baking soda cleaner. It smells really good. It's like a lemon scent. And basically, you just throw it on your sink and just rub your sink with it. And it leaves your sink looking so nice, so shiny. So at the end of the night, I've been using this Lysol disinfectant spray. I sprayed all over my counters and I just let it sit there for maybe about 2 minutes or so, and then I wipe everything down. I've been trying to get into the habit of disinfecting my countertops every single night, just because obviously it's good to do that, and I normally never did that before, so I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that now. And then I just go ahead and clean all of the countertops. I love using this spray on my stovetop because it feels like I feel like it leaves it so much cleaner and shinier. And the countertops too, they just look so nice and so pretty. And the smell of Lysol, I actually don't mind it. I thought I wasn't gonna like it because I've been trying to use more like natural cleaners, but I actually did not mind this smell at all. It was not strong. I didn't feel like it was too overpowering or anything. And sometimes when I use some cleaners, the smell can be very overpowering, but this was not whatsoever. It had a great smell. So I'm just gonna go ahead and sweep. I normally just leave my carpet there, but I'm gonna mop this day, so I decided to move the carpet so I could mop underneath it. And for mopping, I'm using a Swiffer stick with a Dollar Tree chamois. I reuse them. I basically just use them, wash them, and reuse. And then for my cleaner, I'm just using Pine Sol. I also like to use the other side of the chamois to clean up my trash can. There's always all kinds of fingerprints or stains on there. And again, I've been getting into the habit and disinfecting Michael's high chair, and I've been using this 7th generation disinfecting spray. Basically, you just spray it and you just leave it there. You don't have to rinse it, you don't have to wipe it. You just need to make sure to leave it on there for at least 10 minutes and everything is disinfected. I hope you guys enjoyed this cook and clean with me video. I hope it gave you an idea of what to cook for your family. My family loved it, and I'm definitely making this recipe again. If you're new around here, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed my video. And with all that being said, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.